So, very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the day 2 of Super batch for CA Foundation Business Laws paper. So, in the last class, we have completed special contracts. The most important two parts we have completed with the examination question discussion. So, today, let us much more fuel up to complete another 14 marks area called as Negotiable Instruments Act. In priority, first we need to complete this. Okay. Reason I will tell you. Study material barely has only 7-8 questions in this chapter, but the questions coming in exam are very difficult. So let us complete this particular chapter full-fledged way from all MTPs, RTPs, everything I will cover the NI Act in the today's session. Once NI Act is completed, if time permits, we will also start with SOGA. Okay, but 14 marks area we have to complete at any cost. Clear? So every day, if we can complete a 15 to 20 marks area, 5 to 6 days or 7 days we can spend, we'll complete everything. On the marks point of view, we need to move on. Everyone have the clarity on what I said? Every day 15 to 20 marks if we can cover. 5 days we will cover that 80 marks area. Clear? So let us begin with the today's session. See here, this is the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. This is complete handwritten notes on NI Act. Each and every concept inside the NI Act is there in this particular notes. Okay, wherever any new point if we find, we will also add in this. But 99.99% I don't think that anything was left out. Each and every minute detail and concept is already covered. What we will do in the today's session in NI Act is coming for 14 marks. Say 15 marks. 15 marks means 15 on 15 is also possible when if you prepare this chapter well. If you prepare in the way in which it has to be, 15 on 15 is not a surprise. Are you understanding the point clearly? So first we need to understand how the institute is testing the questions on this NI Act. Okay, NI Act people are not having a proper clarity. Point number 1. So let us now do and understand what is this NI Act, how the questions are tested in exam. From the exam point of view, let us see the entire chapter. Okay, what we will be doing, let me first explain. Exam one question will be seen now. Okay, study material or RTP, MTP, anything. I say question we will take. That question is covered in a concept. For example, they asked about a promissory note. Promissory note has a concept or not? First, I will explain the concept of promissory note in these notes. Once everything is completed, then we will solve that particular question. Such that let it take time, but 15 marks is assured, 15 marks is guaranteed for you. Are you understanding what I said, everyone? Clear what I said? That will give you damn sure 15 marks if you prepare well. Okay, let us start. Targets are very clear. Daily 15 marks. How many marks daily? 15 marks daily should score. Okay, yesterday already we have completed 5 marks and 5 marks, 10 marks we completed. First day, no problem. This day, 15 marks we have to cover. And the NI Act should be completed fully. SOGA I will start with intro. Next class, SOGA we will complete. 20 marks. After that, partnership. Tomorrow, either I will start with partnership or with SOGA. Parallelly, I can start both also. So I will start with any. Anyway, both are coming for one for 18, one for 20. Na? So no problem. Both are equally weighted. I will do for partnership, later SOGA, or first SOGA, later SOGA partnership. Anyway, and any day we touch, 15 marks should be covered in our class. Like that, if we cover 6 days, we will cover 90 marks. Okay. I will also give you one bonus announcement for all of you. With regard to the CA Foundation, once we complete all the 6 days or 5 days or 6 days, 6th day end, okay, we are going to also give you as a bonus along with this law related lecture. I am going to give you preparation pattern, calculation tips, all these things relating to mathematics. Okay, Aman sir will be taking that for one single day. Okay, For 3 hours, he will spend time with you. Get the best out of it because I only requested him. Because so many students are there. What good, what great we can do for you. Along with this, last day, presentation techniques, how to prepare, how to write the answer, calculation techniques, speed computations, all these things, sir will also come. One full day he will be taking. Interested people can join. Okay. And you will be definitely scoring very good marks. Clear? So, I requested him yesterday and he said 100% yes to take it. Okay. And even if you have any doubts regarding mathematics, now you can get it clarified. Okay. So let us now begin with Negotiable Instruments Act. Okay. Let us start. I will first show you study mat questions. Okay. Let us start here. Okay. Please, everyone concentrate properly. Let's complete it fast. Question number 1. M drew a check amounting to rupees 2 lakh payable to N. Payable to N. And subsequently delivered to him. After receipt of check, N endorsed the same to C, but kept it in his safe locker. Okay. After some time, N died, and P found check in the N's safe locker. Does this amount to endorsement under Negotiable Instruments Act 1881? Please, first and foremost requirement is honesty. Don't see the answers. See the question first. Let us first go to concept of endorsement of a check. Once let us understand. Once we got full clarity on that, then you do the answer. That is correct way. Not just reading question, reading answer. When you read the question, on what discussion he is asking the question? Number 1, there is a check. M drew the check in favor of N and delivered to him. N endorsed that to C, but kept in his safe locker. Who? N. N has endorsed to C and kept the check in a safe locker and he forgot. Okay. After some time, N also died. Nice, na? N died. P found check in N's safe locker. Does this amount to endorsement? Now P will take that and give to C. Will that amount to endorsement by N to C? Is a question now. Don't tell yes, don't tell no for the question. Okay. This is not to tell yes, no. This is the main motive behind this particular concept is understanding the concept of endorsement and delivery. Understanding the concept of what? Endorsement and delivery. See. By God's grace, exactly I opened a page. In that only the question is there. See. Negotiation, importance and types. First listen. Check is a negotiable document, instrument. Means what? It is a transferable from one person to another person. Okay. First, basics. One of the essential character of NI is negotiation. Means free transfer of negotiable instrument from one person to another. From one person to another. Next, importance of negotiation. Negotiation transfer the ownership. Negotiation transfer the ownership. Listen, I will give you one important discussion here. See, are you all ready with me to complete entire NI Act today? I will be doing. Once battle is announced, now we should fight. That's all. There is no second choice. When there is no second choice, we will die. Yeah? You have to fight. Are you all ready to complete this entire chapter? So please listen carefully. Let's complete it in a proper way. Let it take 6 hours. No problem. At the end of the day, you will become perfect. You need not read this again. So listen carefully. Negotiable instruments la Negotiable Instruments Act is a act governing all the NIs. Correct? See, negotiation means what? Simply, if you have to tell, transferable, deliverable. What is it? Deliverable. Listen, there is one important discussion here. Listen carefully. Document of title, document showing title. Sale of Goods Act, again we will discuss about this in unit number 4. Unit number 1 also it is there. So there is a concept called as a document of title, document showing title. Sir, what is document of title? What is document showing title? See, I will give you an example. I will give you an example. Yesterday, just yesterday, after your class, I went to one electronic showroom. Okay, one gadget showroom I went. I purchased a telescopic lens for my camera. Okay, I have a lot of love towards cameras. So I bought one camera yesterday only. After your class, evening I went. I purchased a telescopic lens. Okay, for a 300x zoom is there. So for portrait photography and all those things, I bought a camera. That's why if you see, academies, other places, okay. But when I was here, the camera clarity will be completely different when you see. The reason is I use the best cameras possible. Sorry. So I purchased a camera. They have given me a bill also. See, I will show you. This is the bill I received from them. Okay. Why I am showing this now? See. This is the bill. Okay, clarity. Now listen. Here they have clearly written Sony. What is this? Okay. Sony SCLP 18105G. That's a lens name. Okay, with a 300x zoom. 85,000. Next, Rode video mic go to, that is 30,800 rupees. So both are given. So they have written R Koushik Mukhesh, so and so Vijayawada, all these details they have given. Okay, now you answer my question. This is the GST invoice. Okay, now listen. Listen. Now listen. I kept this invoice here. Okay, one of you came. Who will come? Ravindra is there, na? We forgot yesterday. Where is that 122 lunch box? So that fellow came. He took my document. Okay. Now you answer my question. If I transfer this invoice from me to some other person, he will become the owner. Do you understand my question, everyone? If I give this invoice to him, will he become a owner? Everyone answer. Huh? If you take this document, you will become automatically, you will be next to owner. And for that lens, for all those 1 lakh rupee purchase, you will become owner immediately. No. From this, what you have to understand, just because of holding this, you will not become owner. Okay? This is called as a document showing title. This is document showing title. That means this is only an evidence that Koushik Mukesh is the owner of that lens. Koushik Mukesh is the owner of that mic. That's all. Just because of the reason that I transfer that, ownership will not get transferred. Clear? Number 1. Number 2, document of title. What is it? Document of title. What is document of title? Title itself is transferred with the transfer of the document. And ownership will get transferred. What is the example? NI Act. NI Act negotiation means transfer of ownership. That's what I wanted to tell you. NI is a document of document showing title. Document of title. So if anyone have these notes with you, write down there very clearly. NI is not a document showing title. NI is what? Document of title. So, what is the main discussion that we need to make in NI Act? Ownership is getting transferred from one person to another person. Okay, what is transferred? Ownership is transferred. Means previously I am the owner, now you are the owner. Ownership itself is getting transferred. That's why there is a difficulty here. Sir, if a document is only document showing title, even if I lose this, even something happens to this, nothing will happen. Why? Why nothing will happen? Because there is no great impact. Hardly what will happen here greatly. Greatly what can happen? I will lose my original document, I will apply for a duplicate. But if you lose your 200 rupee note, 500 rupee note, duplicate 500 rupee note can't be there for that. Ownership itself is transferred. Currency note is a document of title. Cinema ticket is a document of title. Hey, cinema ticket is there, yeah. Okay, physical ticket, let us say. You lost that physical ticket, someone picked up. Now what will happen? Ownership pay transferred now. Understood the point clearly, yeah, everyone? I want your understanding first. Later we'll start with this. Up to here, if you are clear, put a message. We'll start and continuing with the remaining part. Very good. So now, let us begin with understanding the question now. What is this point here? Just now I said, whenever ownership has to transfer, sir, why we are discussing about all these things? Common sense. While reading the act, first have a common sense in reading it. Line, word, you understand first. Negotiable Instrument Act. Very good. Instrument, act, leave. Negotiable. Negotiable means what? Transferable. What is transferable? Ownership is transferable. How ownership is transferred? Transferred along with the document. That's why what NI is? Document of title. Why we are discussing about this? Because NI Act, like N means a negotiable. Negotiable means a transfer of ownership. Transfer of ownership happens because of what? Because of transfer of document. Therefore, the most important thing is document should first go from one person to another person. This is logical common sense. Here what happened? N has written a check. Okay. M written a check. Gave to N. Negotiation from N to M to N is over. N has written that endorsement in favor of C. Kept it in his safe locker. Now, document is transferred from one person to another person, not transferred. First answer, everyone. Document transferred, not transferred from one person to another. Not transferred. Just now we read, everyone, continuously go on giving the answers. Okay. NI Act, N represents negotiable. Negotiable means transferable. Transferable means ownership is transferred. Ownership will transfer along with what? Ownership is transferred along with what? Ownership is transferred along with what? Along with the document. So document is the most important thing here, because NI is a document of title. Okay. Along with the document, ownership also will get transferred. In our case, N has transferred the document or not transferred or not transferred. Because of not transferring it, title also will not get transferred. Delivery is not completed. Without reading NI Act also we can answer that question. That's what I wanted to tell. Okay. See. Next. When negotiation is complete, when NI is transferred to any other person with a view to make a person as holder, then the negotiation is said to be completed. Can anyone tell the meaning of this statement? Can anyone tell me meaning of this statement? 1 minute time I will give maximum. That's it. No. See, okay. Sir, if you don't know the answer, now I'm very happy because at least you will learn now. Okay. If you are not ready to learn, that's the problem. No. All answers are wrong. I will tell you. I will tell you. रुको जरा सवाल करो. Wait. No. All are wrong answers. No. You are just translating the statement again. You are not giving answer. You are not giving any reasoning. No. All are wrong answers. Listen. The irrelevant answer, not wrong answer. Listen carefully. See here. When NI is transferred to any other person with a view to make a person as holder, then negotiation is said to be completed. See. Mr. A is there. A is a businessman. Obviously, under him, so many persons will be working now. There is a person called as Mr. C. There is a person called as Mr. C. Now, A purchased goods from C, for which payment has to be made by A to C or not. A has given a check to Mr. B. B is agent of A. B is agent of A. He is agent to A. Who is agent to A? B. Worker in the person's office. He said, take this check, give it to Mr. C. Okay. Now, upon giving this check to Mr. B, my intention is to make Mr. B as the owner of that instrument. A gave check to B. My intention, A's intention of giving check to B is to make B the owner of that NI. That's it. That's the point. Therefore, this delivery will not amount to delivery under Negotiable Instruments Act. Because my intention was not to make B as a owner. My intention was to make C as a owner. The moment B gives it to C, then the delivery is said to be completed. Now, did you understand the point or not, everyone? Everyone understood the logic clearly now? So, the main point that you have to understand is the person to whom you have given, whether your intention was to make him a owner of that particular document, yes sir, then negotiation is completed upon delivery, or else just giving it will not make the delivery completed. So, therefore, when negotiation is complete, when the negotiable instrument is transferred to any other person with a view to make the person as a holder, holder means the owner here. Okay, then negotiation is said to be completed. Okay, next. See here, there are two different kinds of delivery. You know this, na? Actual delivery means giving it to the agent, clerk, servant, etc. Okay, this is called as actual delivery. Next, constructive. See, actual delivery means directly giving the check to the main person. A giving to B, B giving to C. Actual delivery. Constructive delivery, two types are there again. Constructive delivery, two types: proper way, improper way. Proper way, giving it to the agent, clerk, servant, etc. See, in my example, A's agent is B. Okay, C also have a agent. Okay, Mr. D. Giving it to D is as good as giving it to C, because how B is the agent to A, D is the agent to C. Yeah. Therefore, giving the instrument to D, agent of C, is as good as giving it to C itself. So, actual delivery means actually giving it to the main person. Constructive delivery means I will not give to the main person, I will give it to his agent, clerk, servant, etc. It is as good that it is given to the main person. Next issue. Improper. This is important examination point, minded. What is improper way of negotiation? Giving a piece or a half of negotiable instrument as a token of full document. Okay? A negotiable instrument means it's a complete instrument. Giving a piece, okay, as a token of the full document, it will not be allowed. Okay, we are not doing any hawala transaction to tear it into half, take this, show that to the other person, he will give you money. We are not doing hawala business. Understood the point or not? So, kinds of delivery of a negotiable instrument, two types. Number one, actual delivery. Number two, constructive delivery. Actual delivery, one person will directly give it to another person. Constructive not to the directly to the person, give it to the agent, give it to the clerk, give it to the servant, and asking him to give. And improper way is giving a piece as a token of full document. Okay. Next, negotiation types and transfer types. Promissory note, bill of exchange, check payable to a bearer. Mere delivery. Sir, I didn't understand. See, there are two types of NI. One, bearer instrument. Second one. First one, bearer instrument. Next one, endorsement instrument. Sir, I didn't understand. See, 100 rupee note is there. 100 rupee note is a bearer instrument. Cinema ticket is there. Bearer instrument. What is a bearer? Who bears it? Means who is holding it will be treated as a owner automatically. Understood? This is concept of bearer instrument. Bearer instrument, what will happen? I will ask a question. You give me one answer. Okay? Tell me. I purchased a camera from you. I gave you cash of 50,000. Example. Okay? Camera lens I purchased from you. You said that, sir, camera lens is 85,000. I said, sir, I am okay to buy. I gave you a cash bundle. Okay? I gave you money. Now answer. The moment I give money to you, automatically you will become the owner of that cash. Correct or not? On that cash, again I have to sign a no. Delivery itself makes you owner. That's called as mere delivery. Act whenever mere means just by delivery, you will become the owner. If it is a bearer instrument. There is second type of instrument called as order. Means you will write the name of the person there. You will write the name of the person. And a bearer won't become the owner. Whose name is written in the document, he will become the owner. That's called as an order instrument. Means what? I am ordering you to pay only to that fellow. That person can give to some other person again. Order can be again changed. So that's called as endorsement and delivery. Endorsement means what? Writing the name of a person on the back of the bill or back of the check. Okay. Instead of paying to me, pay directly to him. We can make endorsement. That's called as endorsement and delivery. I repeat again. If promissory note, bill of exchange, check is payable to a bearer, nothing required, no signature required, nothing, directly sign, don't write the name of the person, deliver to whoever you want, he will become the owner. No sir, I just wanted to pay to a particular person only. Then write down endorsement clearly there. Endorse to Koushik Mukhesh, endorse to XYZ, endorse to ABC. Write down clearly and deliver. Then delivery will be completed. Last and final miscellaneous area. Please listen carefully. Endorsing a bill in favor of another but failed to deliver do not constitute a valid endorsement. Means you have written but you did not deliver to him. Endorsement is not completed. The motive of negotiation must be to transfer the ownership on negotiable instrument. Okay? Read this green color document. Upon endorsement, if the endorser dies, before it is being delivered to endorsee, legal representative of deceased cannot negotiate by mere delivery. Very important. I repeat, upon endorsement, if the endorser die, okay, A gave to B, B gave to C, B died. Okay, so upon endorsement, if endorser die, before it is being delivered to endorsee, legal representative of deceased cannot negotiate by mere delivery. Okay. See the question now. M drew a check amounting to rupees 2 lakh, payable to whom? N. So, what happened in this case? M drew a check, payable to whom? N. Subsequently delivered to him. Delivery completed. N endorsed the same in favor of whom? C. Kept it in a safe locker. Okay. Now, endorser died after some time. Okay, endorser died after some time. Delivery is not made. Now, N died and P found. P, let us understand the legal representative. P found the check in the N's safe locker and they wanted to make the endorser. They wanted to make a delivery. Possible or not possible? Not possible. See, no. P does not become the holder of the check as negotiation was not completed by delivery of check to him. This is the answer. Everyone understood the question and answer both clearly, yeah? Small question only, but we had around half an hour discussion on this. Everyone understood the point clearly? Okay. That's a 1 mark question came in exam. That's why one line la they have given. Same question if they ask for 4 marks, na, you have to write point 1, point 2, point 3, and point 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 you have to write. Okay. If it is for 4 marks or 5 marks, either for 4 marks or 5 marks, if they ask that 1, 2, 3, 6 in hand notes, you have to write. So, the main point that you have to understand is whenever to complete delivery, whenever to complete negotiation, it should be delivered to the other party. Either actual delivery or a proper constructive delivery you have to do. Writing a bill, endorsing to a person, keep it in your pocket is not sufficient. It's not a delivery. Okay. Next question. Question number 2. M owes money to N. M owes money to N. See, when you read the question, the attitude should be in such a way you should be ready to answer the question. No wrong answers expected. Okay? Read. M owes money to N. Therefore, he makes a promissory note for the amount in favor of N. For safety of transmission, he cuts the note in half and posts one half to N for safety transmission. He then changes his mind and calls upon N to return the half of the note which he had sent. N requires M to send the other half of the promissory note. Decide how the rights of the party are to be adjusted. I will put it before you. First, read the question. Later, answer. Okay. Have you read the question or not? Have you read the question, everyone? Okay. Let us go to the answer now. Before that, read the green color content. Sorry, read the sixth point miscellaneous content. Wait, I will also show you another thing. Yeah. So now, first point number one. Let us read together the concept that is asked in the question. First, let us read the question one last time. M owes money to N. M owes money to N. See here, what happened? Let us see. M has to pay money to N. Therefore, he makes a promissory note in favor of N. He said that I make a promise that I will pay you. For safety of transmission, he cuts the note in half. Promissory note he tore it into half and posts one half to N. Then he changes his mind and calls upon N to return the half of the note which he had sent. N requires M to send the other half of the promissory note. Decide how the rights of the parties are to be adjusted. Listen carefully. Just now we discussed one concept. Always listen carefully. Negotiation will be completed by delivery. Okay. Delivery means it will transfer the ownership to other person. Sending only half of a document, tearing the piece into two parts and sending one part will not give ownership on document. Same thing happened here. Just now we read na. So sending only one half will not make other person a owner. See what happened here. M owes money to N. M is a debtor, N is a creditor. Therefore, he makes a promissory note. He makes a promissory note for the amount in favor of N. For the safety of transmission, he cuts into half and send one half to N. Later, M changed his mind and said, N, send that half. Okay? N is saying to M, no, send the remaining half. The moment half is torn, it becomes a valid instrument, an invalid instrument. It becomes invalid instrument, it has no validity. So, point number one, sending only one half as a token of the remaining can never become negotiation. Number one point we have to write. That's why see how the answer has been written. The question arising in this problem whether the making of promissory note is complete when one half was delivered to N. Section number 46 says like this. The making of promissory note is completed by delivery, whether actual or constructive, anything. Delivery refers to whole of the instrument should be delivered and not merely a part of it. Delivery of half instrument cannot be treated as constructive delivery of the whole. So, the claim of N to have the other half of promissory note sent to him is not maintainable. So, once it is a torn and sent, delivery is incomplete. Okay, M is justified in demanding the return of the first half sent by him. Because M has sent only half, he can ask that half to send back. I will send a full document to you. He can change his mind and refuse to send the other half of promissory note. So sending a half will not amount to sending a full. It will not become constructive delivery of a full document. Everybody understood the concept clearly? Yeah? Can we go to the next question, everyone? Can we go to the next question? So two things we learned. Two things we learned. Endorsing the document but not delivering will not complete the delivery. Second one, sending a half as a token of full is not a constructive delivery of a full document. Those who sent the half document can also ask for return of the document which is already sent in half. Okay, but the other party has no right to ask, send the remaining half. No, I will not send. Okay, next issue. Very, very important. Okay, let us see what is this question. Bholenath drew a check in favor of Surender. After having issued a check, after having issued the check, Bholenath requested Surender not to present the check for payment and gave a stop payment request to the bank in respect of the check issued to Surender. Decide upon provisions of Negotiable Instrument Act whether the said acts of Bholenath constitute an offence. See, first point, your work is to read the question properly. My work is to explain full idea and then giving you the answer. Latest question, MTP number 3, June 2024 question. And there is every chance of coming this in your exam. Read the question first. Have you read the question, everyone? Okay, done. Listen, this question is not that easy. 3 sections are asked in this question. Listen, what is this discussion? I gave you a check. Hey, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Negotiable instruments is not a joke chapter, please. That's why one day itself I am dedicating for Negotiable Instruments Act because everyone is feeling difficult with it. Okay, listen first. Whenever you write a check given to other person, you should not tell, sorry, I have given by mistake, so please give it back. Or you can't tell to the bank, I gave check to one person, please don't start the payment on that check. Once given, you cannot revert again. Simply to understand, there is no concept of undo once you do the check. Point number 1. If you have given that, okay, later you said, Arre, I am very, very sorry. My bank account la cash illa, but I did not see that. Without seeing all these, I issued a check to you. I don't know that there is a section called a section 138 in Negotiable Instruments Act, which is talking about dishonor. There is a punishment to that. I don't know all those things. Like this, a person will say. That's why there are two sections that came 139, 140. What are the two sections here? 139, 140. What are these two sections? These two sections will discuss about two different discussions. Number one, 139 section, 140 section talks of two different issues. Number one section will say that once a check is issued for a person or once a check is drawn and delivered to a person and negotiated given to him, the moment you give to the other person, you cannot again go to the bank and tell stop the payment on the check, don't pay money, unless and until there is something happening as a fraud, etc. Non availability of funds on that ground, you cannot tell the bank stop payment. You cannot tell the bank as stop payment. Hey, for example, I came to know that one person or one staff person in my office is signing my signature, forging my signature and sending a check. On that basis, you can stop the payment. You can put a stop request to the bank. But here I am stopping the payment not for fraud. I gave check, later I found that I don't have funds. That's not my mistake. That's why listen carefully. I have a check. Check, I have written signed. I wrote 5 lakh rupees given to you. After giving it to you, one day after, I thought, hey, my bank account, whether money is there, I saw 5 rupees is there. I gave 5 lakh check. What I will do? I will immediately tell to the bank, stop payment. Don't honor the payment on the check. If you honor the payment, check will get dishonored. Therefore, stop. Bank will not listen. Bank will listen only if you can prove that your signature was forged on that or something like that. Normal cases, they don't do. Sir, forgery, you can tell na? Forgery, when you complain, police complaint and all those things are required. Who will go for nonsense? So, listen carefully to the point first. The moment check is given, it's like arrow which is released. That's all. You cannot undo that, run and catch it. This is not a cinema. So, you can't do like that. That is one section will say. Another section will say like this. The moment check is given and it is dishonored, punishments will get attracted for offense of dishonor. Person who gave the check, that person should not tell, I don't know that there is a section called as dishonor. I don't know that there is a punishment for dishonor. Because of the generally I have given, you cannot take a defense. You cannot take a defense in prosecution. Prosecution means a court proceedings. You can't take a defense that way. These are the two sections. There is one mother section for all these. Section 138. Which section here? 138. Whenever a check is dishonored, there is a procedure to file a complaint and constitute an offense. In this case, let us see what happened now. Bholenath drew a check in favor of Surender. B draw a check in favor of yes. After issuing the check, B requested yes, not to present the check for payment and gave instruction to the bank also to stop the payment. Discuss whether this is an offense or not. He is saying, Pakka, this is an offense. Pakka, 100% this is an offense. Everyone, please tell me, understood the point clearly or not? Yeah. Now I will show you sections 138, 139, 140. Now it is my duty to show you the sections before going into answers. See here. Yeah. Hey, listen. First, let us see 139, 139 and 140. Let us see this. 139 and 140. Presumption in favor of holder. General presumption of the court. Court will presume. Presume means it will assume. in case of dishonor of a check, okay, in case of dishonor of a check, that holder received check as per the terms of, okay, yeah, see here, section 138, for discharge of a debt or a liability. It is purely a rebuttable presumption where the drawer may prove to the contrary. Sir, I did not understand even a single word. Take time, you will understand automatically. Read it properly. Read the point, everyone? Everyone read the point? I'm not asking whether you understand. I'm asking, have you read the point? Okay, listen. What is this concept? See, the point is, whenever check is dishonored, whenever check is dishonored, there is one concept in dishonor of a check. Okay, there is one concept in dishonor of a check. What is that concept? Whenever dishonor section has to get attracted, whenever dishonor check, dishonor concept under section 138 has to get attracted to punish the person who gave the check, first thing that you should prove is check was given for discharge of a liability or a debt. Okay, sir, I did not understand what it is. Listen, whenever check is dishonored, person who gave the check will be punished in the court with fine, also imprisonment. To punish him for the offense of dishonor, first you should first prove to the court that it was given for a debt or a liability. Obviously, a check is given for a debt only. No, 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 no. On the eve of a birthday, on the eve of my birthday, let us say, for example, on the eve of my birthday, my friend has given me a check worth 1 lakh. Okay, check worth 1 lakh. I presented it to the bank. Bank said that money is not there, check is dishonored. Now I cannot file a case against my friend because there is no legal debt or a liability between he and me. Okay, it is out of a normal love and affection he has given, out of a friendship. For that dishonor section, don't get attracted. Understood? 139 section says that court will, whenever complaint of dishonor go to the court, first court will assume that there is a liability or a debt. Unless and until you prove that, no, no, sir, this is not for a debt, this is for a gift or something like that, court will assume that dishonor happened on a debt or a liability. This is what said by section number 138, sir, 139. The court will presume in case of dishonor of a check that holder received the check for discharge of a debt or liability. That's the assumption. Sir, how he can assume like that, sir? He has not given for debt. Show me the books of accounts that I am purchasing goods from him on a credit. That's why that presumption is not a conclusive presumption. It's a rebuttable presumption. Rebuttable presumption means if you can show to the court that No, sir, that is not for debt, that is as a gift. If you can show, that presumption will be cancelled. That's called as a rebuttable presumption, where drawer may prove to the contrary. Contrary means differently. Court is assuming that the check is given for discharge of a debt. Now I am showing contrary. No, sir. I did not give for any debt or liability. He is my friend. On his birthday, I gave as a gift. Unfortunately, money is not there. Like that, you should prove. So, court assumes that check is given for debt or a liability. You should prove that no, it is not given for debt or liability, but it is given for gift. That you should prove. Who should prove? Drawer should prove. That is number one. Where it was said 139 section. Which section here? 139. 140. No defense in certain cases. Okay, you cannot defend yourself. When read, very important. It shall not be a defense in prosecution, means court proceedings, of offense under 138 by the drawer that he hasn't believed that check will be dishonored on its presentment for the reasons mentioned in that section. Means he said that, Ayoyo, I don't know that there is a concept of dishonor of a check. I don't know that this check will be dishonored. Okay, I don't believe that this will happen. Means I don't have any knowledge of all these. That's why contract act one concept is there. Ignorance of law is no excuse. If you don't know negotiable instruments, that's not my problem, na? So this is the next point that we need to understand. Clear? Okay. Next, 138, the main king section of all these things. What 138 section says? Dishonor. In order to attract dishonor, there are totally 6 conditions. Condition 1. Check is drawn by a person on account maintained by him with a bank. So it should be first drawn by one person. Okay, drawn is condition 1. Okay. Check is given for payment of money. Check is given for payment of money. You are giving check to some other person, na? For what? For payment purposes. For payment purposes. Next, condition 3. Condition 3. Check is given to another person to pay to his account. Means you are not giving cash. You are giving transfer from one account to another account. Check is given to discharge a debt or liability. There is a note. Gift to donation or moral obligation, illegal consideration will not come into this. It should be for a legal debt or a liability. Check is returned as unpaid. Check is returned as unpaid due to insufficiency of funds. If all these 6 conditions are satisfied, then only dishonor will get attracted. So when dishonor will get attracted, it should be drawn by a person, given for payment of a money, drawn on account of another person. It should be for discharge of a debt or liability. It is returned as unpaid because of insufficiency. If all these conditions are satisfied, then dishonor section will get attracted. Number 2, punishment for dishonor. When punished, how much punishment? 2 years of imprisonment or up to 2 times the amount of check fine, or sometimes even bumper offer, both. Next, when punishment will apply? Sir, you already said, na? If these 6 conditions are satisfied, punishment. No. If these 6 conditions are satisfied, dishonor section get attracted. Punishment don't get attracted. When punishable, punishment will be given after giving a reasonable chance to react. Reasonable chance to react. Means what? We will give him a chance. Sir, non-payment means 1000 situations non-payment can be made. Okay. There is a difference between willful defaulter and unknown defaulter. Means what? Sometimes, as a matter of so many payments, I may forget to give payment to someone, or I may forget that account money is not there. So always you should not tell that dishonor means he is a criminal. Therefore, lawmaker has given chance like this. First, condition 1. Okay. Check is presented for payment within a period of 3 months or validity period. Means whenever a check is there, na, check, I have written the check. Once I write the check, date I will write, I gave you check. Other party is there, na, who takes the check. That person should present it to the bank within 3 months or different validity period if it is given, that one, whichever is earlier. Whichever comes first. Next, that is condition 1. Condition 2. Very important. If you forget, no, mistake is yours. Okay, don't blame me after that. Important. Bank informed the holder or payee. I am payer. Check given to you. You are payee. Check given taken by you. To you, bank will inform about a dishonor. Okay, and holder gave a notice to the drawer. Gave a notice. Hey, you gave check to me. I presented to bank. Bank said to me, "Arey fool, money is not there." Now I became a fool, na? But I am not the real fool, na? You are the real fool. Now I will tell to you. I will send a notice. Holder gave a notice to the drawer to make the payment, and the notice is given within 30 days of receipt of information from the bank. Very important in exam. Bank gave me information that check is dishonored. Immediately, me being the holder of the check has to bring notice to you, being the original drawer. I should tell, "Arey fool, you have given me a check, na? The check la money is not there. Give a proper check to me." This communication I should give to you within 30 days of receipt of information from the bank. Now what you should do? You should make payment within next 15 days. If you do not make payment within 15 days, then punishment will get attracted. Means what? Dishonor, jail will not get attracted. Dishonor, 3 conditions. Other party should present the check within 3 months or any validity period. Second one, bank informed holder, holder informed drawer within 30 days, drawer made the money available within 15 days, next 15 days. If all this is done, no punishment even though there is a dishonor, because the dishonor is rectified immediately within 45 days. Everybody understood the point clearly or not? I completed my work here. Everyone understood section 138, 139, 140 clearly? Yes, 138 applies only for insufficiency of funds. That's all. Yeah. So there's a point. Next. So 138 section completed. What 139 says? Presumption of the court. Court always presumes that the drawer has given the check for lawful payment of a debt or liability. But this presumption is not conclusive. Rebuttable presumption. Drawer can prove that it is given not for legal debt or liability but for contrary. He can prove. 140 says that no defense will be given to the drawer for believing that I don't know what is section 138. I don't know that there is a dishonor concept. Stories, court will not entertain. Okay, let us see now. See, each and every question I am first telling you the provision and explaining it such that even a new question that comes in exam you will be able to answer. Okay. Bholenath drew a check in favor of Surender. After issuing the check, Bholenath requested Surender not to present the check. You have no right to do like that. And gave a stop payment request to the bank in respect of check issued. Is it offense or not? Yes, it is a pakka offense. As per the facts stated in the question, Bholenath, after having issued the check, informs Surender, drawee, not to present the check as well as given stop payment. Section 138 of NI Act is a penal provision in the sense that once a check is drawn, maintained by a drawer with his bank for the payment of any amount of money to another person out of the account in discharge of a debt or liability, is informed by the bank unpaid either because of insufficiency of funds to honor the checks or amount exceeding the arrangement made with the bank, such a person shall be deemed to have constituted an offense. Once a check issued by the drawer, a presumption under section 139, okay, of the Negotiable Instrument Act follows, and merely because drawer issues a notice thereafter to the drawee or to the bank for stoppage of payment, it will not preclude an action under section 138. Next. Also, section number 140 of NI Act specifies absolute liability of the drawer of the check for commission of an offense under 138. Section 140 states that it shall not be a defense in prosecution for an offense under section 138 that drawer had no reason to believe when he issued the check that it may be dishonored on repayment for the reasons stated in that section. I don't know what is that section. Because of those reasons, it will get dishonored. I don't know. Ignorance of law is no excuse. Accordingly, the act of Bholenath, his request to stop the payment, constitutes an offense under provisions of Negotiable Instruments Act. Court will see only one thing. Whether there is a check or not. Yes, sir. Whether there is a liability or debt or not. Yes, sir. Check was presented or not. Yes, sir. Payment is made. No, sir. That's all section gets attracted. You give stop payment order, you do whatever nonsense you want. So that is only a trap question. He wanted to disturb your understanding. So one thing you have to remember, whether 6 conditions what I said are present in the question or not, you see. If yes, sir, write the answer accordingly. And you need not write like this in exam as it is. Main content you have to replicate. Okay. The 6 points you have to write. See, if you observe this entire point, nothing has written except 138 section. Okay. 138 section has written. First, check is drawn on an account maintained by the drawer with his banker for the payment of any amount of money given to another person for discharge of a debt or liability, and it was unpaid due to insufficiency of funds. 6 conditions he has written here. That's what I am also writing here. Okay. Check is drawn by a person on account maintained by him with the bank. Check is given for payment of money. Okay. Next, it is given to another person. Debt or liability. It is unpaid due to insufficiency. Whatever I have written, he has written in the form of a paragraph. Then it will constitute an offense. Next, court will presume that it is for a legal debt or liability. Once you give that's it. Legal debt will automatically start. Even though you tell bank to stop the payment, it will not stop the payment. 140 section says that you cannot take any kind of defense in prosecution that you don't know that the check will be dishonored because of the reasons mentioned in that section. I don't know that there is a section on dishonor. It will not give you any kind of defense. Exam la at least you have to write 138 6 points. 140 you have to write. 139 is an optional point. If you want to write, you write, or else you need not. But 138, 140 is mandatory to be quoted in exam. Everyone understood how to write the answer? Everyone? Yes, you can write answer in points. Then only marks will be given. Present in a proper way. Response, everyone. So many participants are there. Response is very bad. Respond, everyone. I am going very slow into the concept. I am explaining each and every concept inside. Okay. So, next one. Question number 4. Rama executes a promissory note in the following form. I promise to pay a sum of rupees 10,000 after 3 months. Decide whether promissory note is a valid promissory note. Okay. Listen. First point number 1. What is a promissory note? Whenever question comes on promissory note, now students, please listen carefully. Presentation, how to answer. First, write down the definition of promissory note. A promissory note is a unconditional undertaking. Undertaking means a promise. A promissory note is an unconditional undertaking. Okay? Unconditional undertaking. Signed by the maker. Signed by the maker. Who is a debtor generally? Signed by the maker. Okay? Signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only, either to the order or to the bearer of that instrument. Okay. So mainly what are the conditions? Promissory note is a instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker. Okay. And directed to pay a certain sum of money only. Promising to pay a certain sum of money only to certain person or to his order or to his bearer. Let's see. Rama executes promissory note in the following form. I promise to pay a sum of rupees 10,000 after 3 months. Okay. Decide whether this promissory note is a valid promissory note. Is the question. Read the question before we go with the solution. Those who are interested, you can also answer in the chat box. Don't see the answers. If you see the answer, don't answer. You see the answer, don't answer. Okay. See here. See here once. Promissory note. Promissory note is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only to certain person or to the certain or to the order of certain person or to the bearer. Like that they have given. Correct? Now listen carefully. Pronote is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking and signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only to certain person. Okay. First, listen carefully. Let us check whether all these conditions are applied in the question given or not. Let us see. Section 4. Promissory note is in writing. This is in writing because he execute means he written. So writing condition satisfied. Unconditional undertaking, promise, he said, subjected to no conditions. So unconditional promise. Signed. Okay, signed. It is assumed that it is signed. Execute means signed. So he signed by the maker. Certain sum. 10,000 is a certain sum. Of money only, rupees, he said. Not 10,000 worth furniture. 10,000 rupees. Next. To a certain person to whom he is paying. Yes, that's missing here. Certain person is missing in the question. Are you understanding the point or not? Certain person is missing in the question. If it is paid to certain person, then only it will get attracted. Okay. Now question, sir, if not certain person, what will happen? It becomes a bearer instrument. It becomes a bearer instrument. I will give you super example. 100 rupee note is there. In 100 rupee note, Kaushik's name will not be there. Your name will not be there. Who bears it becomes the owner. Like that promissory note also will become. Sir, anyway, promissory note they have given us, sir, either to the order or certain person or to the bearer. You only given na? This bearer has a RBI notification. Bearer has what, sir? RBI notification. See. The promissory note is an unconditional undertaking in writing. In the above question, the amount is certain, but the date and name of payee is missing, thus making it a bearer instrument. As per RBI Act 1934, a promissory note cannot be made payable to the bearer whether on demand or after certain days. Hence, the instrument is illegal as per RBI Act and cannot be legally enforceable. So, this is not invalid as per Negotiable Instruments Act. Negotiable Instruments Act, all this is invalid because a payee name is not given. But as per NI Act, if you see, anyway, bearer is allowed, na? So therefore, name need not be written. But this is invalid as per RBI Act, and you cannot give. Anyone have these notes with you, na? Please write down this note point there. As per RBI Act 1934, promissory note made payable to bearer is prohibited. NI Act bearer is also allowed for pro note, but under RBI Act that is allowed. So because of RBI Act, which came after NI Act, it anyway prohibited, here also not possible. Everyone written the answer, everyone clearly? Before RB Act 1934 it is valid, but after RB, even after RB Act also it is valid. 2008 lo this amendment came. Which year? 2008. 2008 lo this amendment came. Sir, this is not regular class now. I am not giving historic background. Do you know what happened originally? See, promissory note bearer is allowed till 2008 year. Because of that, what will happen? Currency should be printed by whom in India? RBI. Promissory note being a bearer instrument is something like what? Something like currency note only, na? That means currency printing will be done by RBI left hand side. Right hand side, people are giving promissory notes on bearer position. Therefore, it is also a bearer currency. So what is happening? It became a parallel currency in India, which is illegal. That's why RBI made illegal on pro notes which are on a bearer side. Understood the point clearly? Yeah. Hello, everyone clear? Reply. Okay. Next one. So we completed question number 4. Next. This is not related to NI. Next question. Now, this is a question for all of you who said you are listening. Let's read the question. MTP1 June 2024. MTP1 June 2024. Okay. Priyansh purchased some goods from Sumit. Priyansh purchased some goods from Sumit. He issued a check to Sumit on sale price of on sale for the sale price on 14th June 2023. Sumit presented the check in his bank, and the bank informed on 19th June 2023 that the check was returned unpaid due to insufficiency of the funds in the account of Priyansh. Sumit sued against Priyansh under 138 of NI Act. State the reasons whether this suit is maintainable. Read properly. Tell everyone. How to answer? Hey, listen here. You need not write the answer. You tell me what points we need to write. This is a 5 marks question. 6 marks or 5 marks question. How to write this? What all points you need to write? See, every student who has given the answer perfectly correct. Undoubtedly, you are right. Okay. So, our journey is really going on a positive side. Everyone is replying correct, correct. 100%. Everyone answer is right. But how to present the answer is the question now. See, now after having the class clarity, Everyone will be knowing whether this is valid or not, but how to present it? Whenever question is asked in exam, first write down the law. Don't conclude the answer. Write down what you know in section. This attracts section 138. Correct? 138 how many conditions are there? 6 conditions we have known already. What are the 6 conditions? In order to have a dishonor of a check. Okay, in order to have a dishonor of the check. What are the conditions? Number 1, a drawer has to draw a check on the account maintained by him with a bank. Like this, you have to write down condition 1. Condition 2, it should be for the payment of a money. It should be given to another person on his account again. Number 4, it should be for a legal debt or a obligation discharge. It should discharge a legal debt or obligation. Number 5, it should be returned unpaid. 6, because of insufficiency of funds. If all these 6 conditions are satisfied, then there will be a punishment, a fine up to double the amount, that twice the amount you have given on the check, or imprisonment up to 2 years, or sometimes even both. Provided this all will get attracted if 3 conditions are satisfied again. Condition number 1, that check should be presented for payment within a period of 3 months or within its validity period, whichever is earlier. Condition number 2, bank should have informed the holder about the dishonor due to insufficiency, and the holder should have informed the drawer within next 30 days, and drawer should not make the funds available within next 15 days. Then you can sue that particular person for punishment. Understood the point clearly, everyone? Understood the point, everyone? What to write? That's why I am saying read my notes properly, because this notes was already prepared in fine tune with your study material and to your answer sheet. So how to present the answer? It was already written in accordance with your answer sheet. Write down as it is. That's all, you will get the marks. See, now what I have done, I have completely said about 138 section. Okay. Now let us see the answer given by the institute in this regard. See, I will give time for you to read 6 marks question. So they will give big answer. Big answer means what? Entire 138 what I have written in that page you have to write. You read this answer. Okay. First, evaluation number 1. Whether you understood all the points or not. Number 2, whatever is there here, had I already written in my hand notes or not, you should confirm. Okay. Take time. Take 2 minutes time. Read it properly. Complete it. Have you read? Everyone, have you read? Understood now? Yes, yes. Way of answering may change, but write all the points. That's all. When we are valuing the paper, all the points should be there. You should write 6 points. You should write punishment. You should write 3 conditions, and then conclusion. That gives you that 6 marks. Other validity period means from bank to bank, validity period will change. Some banks, private banks will give only 1 month validity. Then 1 month only will apply. Some banks may give 6 months validity, but only 3 months will apply as per the act. Whichever is earlier. That's the meaning. Okay. Next. Okay. Let us see this particular question. Oh, good amount of questions are there. Let us go into the next area called as MTP again. MTP 2 June 2024. Again, new latest questions. All these are study material are not there. So, what are inchoate and ambiguous instruments under NI Act 1881? Under NI Act 1881. What is an inchoate instrument? It means an instrument that is incomplete in certain respects. See, how to pronounce this? This is called as inchoate instrument. What instrument? Inchoate instrument. Okay. Normal English, they also call it inchoate, but it is actually inchoate. Inchoate instrument. Inchoate means incomplete instrument. When I say incomplete, essentials like incompleteness should not be there. Okay, sign not there, then it will not become a valid instrument. Na? So it is incomplete in certain respects, not all. Okay, the drawer or maker or acceptor and or whoever of a negotiable instrument may sign and deliver. Signing and delivering is mandatory to another in his capacity, leaving the instrument either wholly blank or having written on it the word incomplete. Means I will sign and deliver, remaining everything I can put incomplete. Okay, amount I will tell, write down whatever you want. We call blank check na cinema, a blank check. Blank check la what is blank? Amount, name, all things will blank. Sign a blank means check will not become valid, na? So, see here. The drawer or maker or acceptor endorser, anyone can make an inchoate instrument of a negotiable instrument may sign. First signing. Next deliver. Or else document of title, how it will get transferred? Deliver to another person. Whether wholly blank, other than these two, remaining everything is blank. Or you can write down there incomplete, such that other person can complete it. Such instrument is called as inchoate instrument. and this gives a power to the holder to make it complete by writing amount. Okay, by writing amount either within the limit specified therein or within the limit specified by the stamps affixed on it. The principle of this rule of an inchoate instrument is based on principle of estoppel. Sir, I did not understand fully, but okay, sir. No, no. I don't want that kind of clarity. I want full clarity of students on inchoate instrument. First, read it. I will explain. Concentration, please. I will only give you break. I know. I remember also. I will give you at a correct time. So first concentrate on reading inchoate instrument. Get thorough understanding first. Let's complete this concept and then we will take a break. Not before. Okay. Have you read? Now listen. I will first show what is this inchoate instrument and then we will move on. See here. Uh, Inchoate instrument. How to write? It is an instrument which is blank or incomplete in certain aspects. Adi meaning. What is an inchoate instrument? It is an instrument which is blank or incomplete in certain aspects. Over. The drawer or maker, acceptor, endorser signs it, delivers a negotiable instrument to a holder, either by putting fully blank or writing on the negotiable instrument as incomplete. 2 points. Rights of the holder. Rights of the holder. This is what I wanted to tell. Steady material they have generally given, but there is a difference. There are two types of people. Holder, holder in due course. Holder, holder in due course. If you are a holder of that, sir, what is the difference? I will discuss at the last. NI Act, when we said I completed, before that I will discuss about that. Right of a holder, right of holder in due course. Right of a holder. Holder can recover only up to the amount intended to be paid by the signer. Holder in due course can recover any amount, but not in excess of the value covered by the stamps affixed. Sir, I didn't understand. Sorry. First read it. I will only tell you what is the meaning. These are the 4 points you have to write. These 4 points are written in study that answer sheet also. Okay, completed. See here. See here. Point is, first, inquit instrument is an instrument which is blank or incomplete in certain aspects. It should not be blank in signing part or delivery part. That's why the drawer will sign and deliver to the holder. Holder is of two types: normal holder, holder in due course. Either by putting fully blank or writing there incomplete. Now the question starts. See, there is a check. Okay, there is a check. Or there is a bill. Anything. Bill of exchange is there. Stamping is required on a bill. What is required on a bill? Stamping is required on a bill. Revenue stamp, not postal stamp. Revenue stamp is 5 lakh revenue stamp is there. How much? 5 lakh revenue stamp. Amount box is there. Okay. Two situations let us consider. Please listen carefully or else you can't understand. Please. Two checks I have written. Situation 1. Holder. Situation 1 HDC. Holder in due course. Okay. See here. Signature is there on both the instruments. Okay. Signature is there on both the instruments. Now, how much holder can write in the amounts column is a question. Okay. How much holder can write on amount column is a question. Listen. Who is this fellow? Holder. Who is giving check? Koushik Mukhesh is giving the check. Why you are giving him a blank check? Because I have a legal obligation with him. I have a legal obligation with him. How much legal obligation? I have legal obligation of 3.5 lakh. How much? 3.5. This holder is there na? That holder cannot write in this amount column more than 3.5 lakh. Cannot be more than 3.5 lakh. If you are a holder, in due course, you need not write 3.5. You can write up to the revenue value on the stamp. How much is there? 5 lakh. Even though debt is only 3.5 lakh, since a revenue stamp is there for 5 lakh, I can write not exceeding 5 lakh. So holder cannot write beyond what is actually indebted to him, and HDC can write even though not indebted, he can take bad advantage. He can write up to the value on the revenue stamp. So to understand all this, you first know to understand what is holder and what is holder in due course. Okay. Break after I will discuss about that. First tell me whether you understood inquit instrument clearly or not. Everyone. I want response. Everyone. Understood? Okay. So that's what he wanted to tell. It means an instrument that is incomplete. Okay. So the drawer, acceptor, whoever the case may be, of a negotiable instrument may sign and deliver to another person in his capacity. Means he is not signing as an agent. In his own capacity, he is the owner originally. Leaving the instrument blank, either wholly or partly, or writing the word incomplete. Such an instrument is called as inquit instrument. Because of that, what power will be there? That gives the power to the holder to complete by writing any amount, whether within limit specified. That limit is up to the value of indebtedness, or within the limits of the stamp. That is for the holder in due course. That's it. Ambiguous instrument. What instrument? Ambiguous instrument. This is because of drafting error. Because of what error here? Drafting error. You are writing a bill. By mistake, you have written I promise, and you are giving a bill. Bill is a unconditional order, not unconditional undertaking. Ambiguous means draftingly it is looking at promissory note, but you are asking other person to pay amount. Promissory note, I promise to pay na. I said I promise, or I have given a promissory note format and writing the bill of exchange. So those kind of mistakes, errors, drafting mistakes makes ambiguous. Means whether it is a bill of promise or not, I am only not understanding. According to section 17 of NI Act, where an instrument may be construed either as a promissory note or as a bill of exchange, the holder may at his election treat it as either. See, I have written promise to pay. 5 lakh rupees on so and so date, etc. When you see the word promise, now it is a promissory note. But I am giving to another person to pay. Other person, if he treat as a promissory note, then it will become a promissory note. Other person, if we treat it as a bill, it will be treated as a bill. But once you treat it as a bill, again you can't treat it as a promissory note. So the holder may at his election treat it either means what? Either as a bill or either as a promissory note. And instrument shall be treated accordingly. Thus, an instrument which is vague means unclear and cannot be clearly identified whether as a bill or promissory note is an ambiguous instrument. In other words, such an instrument may be construed either as a promissory note or bill of exchange. Okay. Again, he is repeating the same answer. Up to here, you have to write here in the exam. That's it. Nothing great in that. Easy only. So just as answer, if you wanted to know, na, see. Ambiguous instruments are created due to faulty drafting. It is an instrument which is construed either as a bill or promissory note. The holder may, at this discretion, can treat it either as a bill of exchange or promissory note. But once it is construed, it cannot be changed later. Okay. Sir, everyone understood the concept clearly? Can we take a break? Everyone, are you all confident with the chapter up to here? Can we take a break? Holder in due course, I will tell. After the break, we will discuss much about holder in due course and other concepts. Okay. Yeah. So now we have completed up to almost 60-65% of this particular part. We still have MTP2, MTP2 June 2024, MTP3 June 2024 question. All these we are having. Okay. One question before we take a break. Honestly, you tell me, I will do this entire question bank book. Extra questions book also I have given you as a PDF. Recent MTPs, etc. Are you trying them really? Everyone? Are you trying them? Because if I start doing everything, now one chapter will take 30 hours. I will complete all MTPs and main RTPs and study material questions now. Additional booklet also given to you. That you have to do. Yeah. Done. You try it. If you complete main subject discussion in the class, that becomes very, very easy for you. Easily you can solve. Okay. See, I can tell you one thing, assured I can give. Read question bank and go, you will get 60 plus. Undoubtedly, my guarantee. Okay. Read question bank properly. This is a 260 pages. I will cover this. That is a 150 pages. That you cover. 260 pages, I will cover. 150 pages, you have to cover. This I will cover now. But what I wanted to tell you is prepare and complete question bank properly. No question will come beyond this. 80% of the paper will be from question bank only. Okay. Don't miss to complete it. So take a break and come. We will start with remaining part of the Negotiable Instruments Act. Okay. Take a break and come. Let's continue. Let us see the next question. MTP2 June 2024. Very, very latest questions. All these are MTP questions, not yet tested in exam. Definitely they will test very soon. Get ready. Okay. Let's see the question. Advik purchased a mobile from Bhanu. He issued a promissory note to Bhanu, which was payable on demand, but no specific place for payment was mentioned. On maturity, Bhanu did not present the promissory note for payment. As the promissory note was not duly presented for payment, whether Advik would be discharged from liability under the provisions of Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. The question. Read the question properly first before we go with solution. Read the question properly before we start with the solution. Okay, read the question. Okay, let us see. Read the question, but majority students might not even understand what they are asking. Correct? Huh? Am I true or not? You read the question. Your mistake is not there in reading the question. But I think majority of the students don't even understand what he is asking in the question. Correct or not? So listen, that's what I said you. Negotiable Instruments Act chapter questions are less, but concept is very difficult that we need to understand clearly. Okay, so let us see what is happening in this question. Let us have a clarity first. Advik purchased a mobile from Bhanu. Okay, A purchased mobile from Bhanu. So there is a legal obligation or a debt. Okay, A purchased a mobile phone. So A has to make a payment. So A issued a promissory note for payment, which was payable on demand. On demand means the day when the Bhanu comes and tell to Advik pay, he should pay that. On demand payment. But no specific place of payment was mentioned. But where to come and demand you? Not mentioned in the promissory note. On maturity, Bhanu did not present the promissory note for payment. Okay? Because he don't know the place now where to go, he did not present. As the promissory note was not duly presented for payment, whether Advik would be discharged from liability. See, demand means what? Other person should come to Advik and tell Advik, I am demanding you pay. Then only I have a liability to pay. In this case, Bhanu has to come to Advik on that maturity date, demand from him, then Advik has a liability to pay. Since place of payment is not mentioned, Bhanu don't know where to go. Okay, Bhanu don't know where to go. Therefore, Bhanu did not go, did not present. Will Advik is discharged or not? Is a question here. Okay. Now, this is relating to section number 64 of NI Act. Section number 64 of NI Act. Let us understand what is this 64 all about. See here. Concentration required. See here. Observe here. Please see the screen. Please see the screen once. Presentment of payment in case of what note here? Promissory note. Okay. Presentment of payment in case of pro note. Section 62. Let us understand the point clearly. Okay. First, applicability. Applicable for promissory note payable within a certain period after sight. So 62 is applicable for after sight. See, presented by whom? Person entitled to demand the payment. Presented to whom? Maker. Within what time? Reasonable time. Time during business hours, day during a business day. Consequences of default in presentment. Maker will not be liable. Sir, I did not understand what it is. Let me explain. I did not explain. I just read. Okay. See here. Listen. Promissory note is of different characters. After sight, on demand. There are two types. After sight means what? Promissory note will be written by the maker. Send it to the other person. That other person will open that and see na. From that date, the time will begin. Okay. He will tell 3 months after sight. Means the moment you see the promissory note, from there, 3 months, third 3 months ending will be the due date for payment of money on the promissory note. Okay. So, what he said, applicable for promissory note payable within period, within certain period after sight. After sight means I will tell 1 month after sight. Today you saw that sight completed. From there within 1 month means from that date of sight, 1 month time I will give. In that 1 month time, the last date will be the last date for payment of money on the promissory note. Okay. Presented by whom? Presented by whom? Who should present it? Present means, see here. Listen carefully. You should understand the fact how the promissory note works. See. Let us say this is a promissory note. Example. I will write on this. I promise to pay you so much money on so and so date after sight something. Now I will sign. Who I am? I am the maker of the promissory note. Technically a debtor. I will give it to you. Okay. I will give it to you. You will tell that, okay, after 1 month I should come. Yes. 1 month after you will come. You will come and give it to me. Na? That concept of showing this promissory note to me after 1 month, that concept name a presentment. Okay. So presentment should be made by whom? Presentment by the person entitled to demand the payment. Who has the right to demand the payment? You have a right to demand the payment. Okay. Presented to whom? To me. Who am? Maker. Within what time? Within reasonable time. Okay. Presented within reasonable time. Next. After that. Presented to whom? Maker. Reasonable time. Which time? Business hours time. Which day? On a business day. If you made a default of not presenting with me, that is your mistake, not my mistake. Na? So maker will not be liable. Is the first point. Next. See here. Presentment of instrument at a specified place. Okay. See. Payable at a place decided. Already there is a place that is decided. Where to pay? They said pay there in Hyderabad, in Chennai, in Coimbatore. Some place was decided already. So payable at a place as decided. A promissory note, bill of exchange or a check made or drawn or accepted to be payable at a certain place and not elsewhere. Means don't give any option. Pay in Hyderabad means come to Hyderabad and pay. Shall be paid only at such place and not elsewhere. If place is mentioned, payment should be made only at that place. Payable at a place not decided. Place itself is not decided. Okay. Shall be paid at a place, at that place only. Sir, what is this? A promissory note, bill of exchange or a check made or drawn or accepted at a specified place. Okay. For example, promissory note is made in Vijayawada. Okay. Or made in Chennai, made in Hyderabad. Okay. Made in Hyderabad, made in Chennai, made in Vijayawada. That promissory note maker is in Vijayawada now. If I am in Chennai, Chennai. If I am in Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Okay. But where to make the payment? Where you should come to me and demand me? That I did not tell. Then place of making the promissory note will become the place of presentment also. Everyone please give a reply. Did you understand or not? Everyone understood? See, question was asked on one section, but I am covering all presentment sections to you. My intention was not just to read question and answer and complete and tell bye-bye. A section comes means all surrounding sections also I am covering, such that parallelly along with the questions answers, chapter also will get completed. Okay, next. Presentment when exclusive place is absent. Okay, very important. made payable at a usual place of business or residence. Okay, sir, place itself is not mentioned. Place itself is not mentioned. I'll know where you made the promissory note also, I don't know. Okay, you did not mention the place clearly. Then how would I know? Then made payable at usual place of business or residence. Come to the maker's usual place of business and make the payment. Okay, made payable at a usual place or business or residence. Next. Remaining. Also, let us read this. Hours for presentment. Maybe in the next exams they can ask questions on this. Hours for presentment. During which hour I should go and ask him? Midnight at 12 o'clock or 1:30. You should not ring the bell and tell make the payment. No, it's not correct. Where no time is mentioned for presentment shall be made in the business hours. Okay. Payment via bank. For example, promissory note given. I said I will pay through a bank account. Then during banking hours. In all other cases, presentment should be made during the usual business hours. Next. Presentment of promissory note or bill of exchange after sight or after date. Any promissory note or bill of exchange which is payable at a certain period after date or sight shall be presented for payment on maturity. Shall be presented for payment on maturity, not before maturity. On maturity, you should. Sir, before maturity, demand will be there, na demand promissory note. Whenever he demand, you should pay. Presentment of promissory note payable by installments. Any promissory note payable in installments shall be presented for payment after each installment, and if not paid, it is treated as non-payment on maturity. For example, there is a promissory note. I said I will pay amount fully, but in 5 installments. Every installment time, other person will be there. The payee should come to the maker and demand, make the payment. Installment will be paid. Any installment in the middle, if you don't pay, from then it is treated as dishonor of a promissory note. Okay. Next. Presentment for payment. In the main section, read. A promissory note, bill of exchange, check shall be presented for payment to the maker. Maker. I am the maker. You are the acceptor. Or not acceptor, actually, you are the payee. So shall be presented for payment to the maker, acceptor or the drawee. Sir, why acceptor or drawee? Bills of exchange la payment will be made by whom? Made by the acceptor. Promissory note la maker. Promissory note la maker. Check la drawee. The bank will make the payment. This is applicable for all the 3 instruments. Na? So that's why all the 3 words they have mentioned. Promissory note la you should present it to the maker. Bill of exchange la you should present it to the acceptor. Check la you should present the check to the payment to the bank. So depending on the situation. If there is a default in presentment, the other party will not be liable. How to send? Either in person or through registered post. You can directly ask for presentment, or you can send a post notice. You can send. You have to make the payment to me today, so please make the payment to my bank account. Like that, you should ask. That's what section 64 tells. Okay, I will give time. Read section 64 first. Okay. Hey, Redda, everyone. Everyone, have you read? Okay. See, let us have a full clarity once. What we read, let us recompile everything. Okay, let us compile. First, presentment of payment in case of promissory note. Okay. Applicable for promissory note payable within a period after sight. If it is a after sight instrument. Okay, if it is a after sight instrument. After sight, after date, demand. These are the three. After sight means what? The moment you see that, from there the due date will begin. Okay, if I tell 20 days after sight, when I send promissory note to you, that day will not be counted. You will see that na, from that day it will begin. Okay, that is called as promissory note payable within a certain period after sight. Next, presented by whom? Person entitled to demand the payment. Person entitled to demand the payment. You are the person entitled to demand the payment. I am the maker. Ask the maker within a reasonable time. During the business hours, you should put it for presentment, not after the business hours. In a business day, not on public holidays, etc. Consequences, if you made a default in presenting the promissory note to me, I will not become liable. Maker will not be liable. He will escape. Okay. So next, presentment of instrument at a specified place. If specified place is said clearly, presentment should be happening only there. Other places, the maker is not liable. If no place is mentioned, then if no place is mentioned or not mentioned. If no place is mentioned, then where it is drawn, in that place only payment will be made. Because I made the bill in Chennai. I said pay in Hyderabad. Now, making place, paying place, both are different. Correct? Making place is in Chennai. I did not tell where to pay. If no specific place is mentioned, pay at Chennai only. Pay at Chennai only. Now, Chennai is not one small dot. Na? Chennai is a very big city. In that city, so many places are there. Where should I come? I should stand in railway station and shout, where is Koushik Mukhesh? Or I should stand in airport and I should shout, Koushik Mukhesh, come here, I will pay. Where to pay you in Chennai? That's why 70 section came. In Chennai, where? You said the place, Chennai. In Chennai, where? Your usual place of business or usual place of residence, I will come and pay. There I should present. Okay, number one. Number two, all these are completed. Next. Understood, everyone? Next. Sir, I have to make the payment, na? Okay, I have to make the payment, na? So, you said that I should pay in any specified place of business or place of residence. I said pay in Chennai. Pay in Chennai. Chennai is not my place of business. Chennai is not my place of residence. If I don't have any place of residence or business, what to do? Presented in person wherever he can be found. If you are found somewhere in Chennai, I will tell, hey, stop. Nille, stop. Take presented for payment. Now make the payment. Because you said pay in Chennai. In Chennai, you did not tell any place of business or residence, and I came to know that you don't have anything. Wherever you are found, I will stop you and I will put it for presentment. Okay. Next, I said in section number 71. Other sections on presentment. Hours. During the business hours. If it is an online payment, banking hours, you should present it. Means you came to me and said, sir, pay on promissory note. You came to me at 7 o'clock in the evening. Bank will not be open. How can I pay? I can't make any payment now. So during the banking hours, you should come. Next, presentment of promissory note or bill of exchange after sight, after date. Okay, only after that particular period you should go and make the payment. If installments you accepted promissory note means every installment you should present separately. That is what discussed here. Okay, presentment for payment, section 64. A promissory note, bill of exchange or a check shall be presented for payment to the maker in case of promissory note, acceptor in case of bill of exchange, drawee in case of check. If there is a default in presentment, other party will not be liable. In our case, if presentment is not made properly, then maker will not be liable. Okay. For this, there is an exception. Everyone write down exception. Exception to section 64. What is section 64 talking about? What is section 64 talking about? Promissory note or bill of exchange or a check. Okay. Where it has to be presented if there is a default, whether maker is liable or not is a discussion. In the question they clearly said, it's a demand. Demand instrument means what? Wherever I demand, you should pay. If you specify a place, there I will come and demand. If you don't specify anything, okay, on demand you should pay. When I say on demand, time has no relevance. I can demand you after 10 days, I can demand you after 10 months also. So time becomes irrelevant. If you don't mention place, the place also become irrelevant. Okay, exception. Write down. Normally, if the presentment is not made, if the presentment is not made by the other person, in the manner specified in the sections, the maker will not be liable. However, in case of promissory note payable on demand, and no place is specified, then and other party can present it for payment, at any time and place, and maker of promissory note will be liable. So normally if the presentment is not made by other person in the manner specified in the sections, the maker will not be liable. However, in case of promissory note payable on demand and no place is specified, then other party can present it for payment at any place, any time, and the maker of promissory note will be liable. See why we discussed about this exception. Now listen. See what happened in this case. Advik purchased a mobile from Bhanu. he issued a promissory note to Bhanu, which was payable on demand, but no specific place. All the conditions are satisfied for exception. On maturity, Bhanu did not present the promissory note for payment. Because I did not demand, na, maturity date has no relevance when it is a demand one. Maturity date has no relevance when it is a demand promissory note. As the promissory note was not duly presented for payment on maturity, whether Advik would be discharged from liability. You do one thing, for clarity's sake, you write down here. So maturity date is irrelevant. Demand is only relevant. So whether he demanded or not, no sir, he did not demand. Then there was no liability. Okay. So even if the maturity date is completed, na, still there will be a possibility of liability continuation to him. Okay. First of all, everyone, please tell me, did you understand the answer clearly? Yeah. Yes. Maker will be liable until he is paid. That's the problem with the demand instrument. That's why they will tell after sight, after a date, on maturity, like that they will tell. If you don't tell now, your liability will continue even after the maturity dates. Understood? Everyone? On that, this section was tested. See, one section we covered around 8 sections now. Just after the class, you just give one revision of all the points, then do extra questions, whatever the case may be, you will be like a cakewalk, you will complete everything. See, section 64 of Negotiable Instruments Act provides that same concept, whatever I have written in the notes. Pro note, bill of exchange, check must be presented for payment to the maker, acceptor, drawee thereof. Acceptor in case of promissory, maker in case of promissory note, acceptor in case of bill of exchange, drawee in case of a check. Next, in default of such presentment, if you don't present it, the other party shall not be liable to such holder. However, where a promissory note is payable on demand, where a promissory note is payable on demand, exception started, and is not payable on a specified date, okay, and there is no specified place, no specified place. No presentment is necessary in order to charge the maker. So presentment is not required. Why? When I demand, you should pay. Na? Why presentment? In the instant case, Advik issued promissory note to Bhanu, payable on demand without mentioning any place. On maturity, promissory note was not presented. On the basis of above provisions and facts, although non-presentment of promissory note results in discharge, discharge means free the maker from the liability, but in this case, it is exception. The exception we have written here. Okay, exception. Hence, Advik would not be discharged from liability even the non-presentment by Bhanu as a promissory note was payable on demand and no specific place was mentioned. So, if there is if it is a promissory note payable on demand and no specific place of payment was mentioned, in that case, time, place, all these are irrelevant. When a demand you should pay, maturity becomes irrelevant. Everyone, are you comfortable with understanding this bunch of 7-8 sections or not? Yeah. Next issue. So along with that, we completed a bunch of sections also. Next. Now, you will be answering. Yeah. Last question. Last but one question. Now you will be answering. I will see whether you will answer or not. Shiva gave a gift of rupees 21,000 to his sister through a check issued in her favor on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Afterwards, Shiva informed his sister not to present the check for payment and also informed the bank to stop the payment. Examining the provisions of NI Act, decide whether Shiva's act constitute an offence under 138 MTP 2 June 2024. I hope you will answer now. Once knowledge is gained, na, next questions will become easy for you. Read the question properly. We already addressed this kind of concept. Okay. See, how to write the answer. It's a 5 marks question. How to write down first all the 6 conditions. Okay, 6 conditions are there na. First one, there should be a check that will be drawn on a bank belonging to the person. Second one, it should be for a payment. It should be given to another person on his account. It should be for discharge of a valid or a legal debt or a liability. Next one, it should be presented. It should be presented for payment. And main, very important thing is debt or liability is required. 100% it is required, no doubt. Okay. There are 5 and 6 two conditions are there. Okay, it should be returned unpaid. It should be returned unpaid, and there is insufficiency of fund. If all these conditions are satisfied, there is a fine, there is an imprisonment, or sometimes both. But there are three exceptions to, three additional conditions are there. The additional conditions say that it should be presented within its 3 months time or any time specified, whichever is lower. Second one, bank should inform the other person who is taking the payment is there na, to that person who is called as a holder. Bank should inform the holder about this, and holder will inform the drawer within next 30 days, and drawer should make the funds available within next 15 days, or else punishment will get attracted. However, all these will not come into picture in this question because there is no legal debt or liability to be paid. It is out of a normal social agreement with a brother, with a sister. He said that I will pay you 21,000 via check on occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Okay, later he found that money is not available. 139 section is there na. We already discussed about that. Yeah. Once a check is presented, no, you cannot again tell that please don't put it for payment, or you can't tell the bank that please stop the payment. You cannot do that way. Understood the point clearly? So it will not constitute an offense because here there is no legal debt or a liability. Everyone understood the point clearly? Yeah? The answer how to write. Okay. But what I said you in the last part, always there is a presumption of the court. Court will always presume that whenever a check is dishonored by a non-payment of a legal debt. But it is a rebuttable presumption. You can prove that drawer can prove the court that it is not out of a legal debt or obligation, but it is out of a gift. That is in our hands. We have to prove the court. Okay. Next. But in this question, depending on the marks that are given, 4 marks question, and he tested only on 138 clearly here. So therefore, you can mention only 138 and close your answer. Read this. Read the answer, how to write. Presentation should be this way. Okay, done. Next question. Next question. See, explain the rules as to compensation payable in case of dishonor of a promissory note or a bill of exchange or a check by the party liable to the holder or endorsee covered under the NI Act. Okay, read the question. Expected question for the September exams here. Compensation question is an expected question for your exam. Read the question first. Okay, read the question. Yes, it came in Jan exam. Again, it will come in this attempt. Because presentation wise, everything institute comments that they have clearly written, no student is having a knowledge on compensation. Do you know 83% failure rate is there in this question in the last exam? Institute has released, hey, every exam after institute will release a research paper on how many students have written which concept. Compensation 83% failure is there. Definitely they will ask again in this exam. Okay. So, therefore, let us first understand. See, if my intention is to read this question and answer only that question, we might have completed the chapter long back. Half an hour is required to complete that. When 64 section is tested, we are covering all 8 sections surrounding them, such that subject is covered. Along with that, this is also covered. Clear, everyone? So, let us come back. See, what is this compensation section? See, whenever there is a dishonor that happens, what happens along with the dishonor? Whenever a dishonor of a check or bill of exchange or promissory note, anything happens, the other party will always get a damage of some reputation, etc. See, listen, you gave me a check. You gave me a check. I sent it to the bank for presentment and payment. But you did not make the payment. Okay, I repeat again. You gave me check. You said, sir, present it for payment. Confidently, what I have done, I have given the check to some other person and said that you present it. You will get the payment. That fellow presented it, got dishonored. Are you understanding the point or not? For that, he will sue me or not. Therefore, or I did not present to anyone. I kept it with me. I have a very important need for money. I wanted to draw money for that purpose. I incurred an obligation. I thought I can pay out of this money. I presented, it got cancelled. Now I don't have money to make my payments. That also is a problem for me or not? For that, we will ask a compensation. See here. I think compensation section I did not write. We can see here. I think I did not write compensation section in the notes. You can directly see here. See, There are 5 kinds of rules are there. How many kinds here? 5 kinds of rules are there for compensation. What are those? Let us see. If 5 points, we have to write in exam. That's it. For that, we will be given that 6 marks. As per section 117 of NI Act, compensation payable in case of dishonor of a promissory note or bill or a check by any party liable to the holder or any endorsee shall be determined by the following rules. The holder is entitled to the amount due upon the instrument, together with expenses properly incurred in presenting, noting, and protesting it. Noting and protest will apply to noting. Noting and protesting will be applicable to bill of exchange whenever they go for dishonor. Noting is a proof that really there is a dishonor. Sorry, anyway. We are not here to discuss about noting and protesting now. For that also, notary charges will be there. Okay. So what can I get back as a compensation? I can get back as a compensation. First thing, amount on that instrument. Bill of exchange is for 1 lakh. I can get that 1 lakh back as a compensation. Second, for presenting it for postal, I spent around 70 rupees. That also I can recover. For noting and protesting, I spent 3000 rupees for lawyer charges. That also you can recover. So your 1 lakh you can recover. Your 70 rupees you can recover. Your 3000 rupees also you can recover through the court. So court you will file a complaint. You will get back your amount. That amount will be, the compensation will be amount due with expenses for presentment, noting and protesting. Everything you can get back. Next. Number 2. When the person charged means the person on whom you are complaining that this fellow did not pay, resides at a place different from that of the place at which instrument was payable. Instrument should be payable at Hyderabad, but the person is not available there. He is available at a different place. Are you understanding or not? For example, he is in USA. The holder is entitled to receive such a sum at the current rate of exchange between the two places. Means I have to pay you 1000. Say for example, I have to pay you, example, 1 lakh rupees. That fellow is in USA at the time of payment. He is not paying me. $1 lakh he did not pay. Exchange basis, you have to pay in number of dollars. The endorser who is liable, the endorser who being liable has paid the amount due on the same, entitled to the amount so paid with 18% per annum interest from the date of payment until the tender or realization thereof, together with all the expenses caused for dishonor and payment. Okay. Now listen. What is this concept? Listen. First one. Rule number 1. Holder is there. Holder can recover what? He can recover 3 things. Amount on the instrument, expenses for presentment, expenses on noting and protesting. Clarity point number 1. Second one. On whom you are making a complaint that this idiot has dishonored, that idiot is not available in India. That fellow is available in USA. How he has to pay? 1 lakh rupees ki $1 lakh he need not pay. Exchange rate he has to pay. Number 2. Number 3. Endorser. Very important discussion. See. A gave check to B. B gave check to C. Dishonored. C will catch collar of B. B paid to C. Now what he said? B did not dishonor to C. C is dishonored because of A's dishonor. See, A has given to B, B has given to C. A has to pay. He did not pay. But C do not sue A because C don't know who is that A itself. C will catch the collar of B. B said that, sorry, I thought this idiot will pay you. He did not pay, na? I will pay you. At the 45 days time is there na anyway. B paid. To whom? C. Now B will recover two payments. Payment number 1. The endorser, B is an endorser here. Being liable, yes, liable now, has paid amount due on the same. That means you are an idiot, A. B is not idiot, na? B is a wise fellow. Though you did not pay to C, I will first pay to him. I will recover amount so paid along with 18% per annum interest from the date of payment, until you pay me. Means I paid to him today. You paid me after 4 months. From this date to that date, my payment amount, along with that, I should also get back the interest at the rate of 18% per annum. Next. When within India different places la they are, okay, within India different places la they are, then no problem, you will pay. Different countries la both are there. I am not in India at the time, you are also not in India. When the person charged and such endorser resided different places, endorser is entitled to receive such a sum at the current exchange rate between two places. Okay, so you are in Japan, he is in USA to Japan, one rate will be then yen to dollar, Japanese currency yen, yen, and US currency dollar to yen transaction, at that rate they have to pay. Next, the party entitled to compensation may draw a bill upon the party liable to compensate him, payable at sight or on demand, for the amount due to him, altogether with all the expenses properly incurred. Such bill must be accompanied by instrument of dishonor and the protest thereof. If such bill is dishonored, the party dishonoring the same is liable to make compensation thereof in the same manner. See, you have to pay me, you did not pay. Now I will ask that payment amount, protesting charges and presentment charges, all these things I will collect from you now. Again on that I can write a bill on you. If that is also dishonored, again same concept will apply. Everyone understood the concept clearly? Compensation point, everyone must read question for the exam, definitely they will ask in September exam, so please keep in mind. Everyone understood the compensation section clearly? Yeah, everyone. Yeah, so this is the point here. Oh, I have written a compensation. Okay. That's what I'm wondering. I will not leave any concept. Na? So anyway, section 117 gets attracted in case of dishonor of a pro note or a bill of exchange or a check. What if the section get attracted? Person liable to make the payment shall pay compensation. Rules for compensation. As a holder, as an endorser, drawing a new bill. As a holder is entitled to recover amount due along with all the expenses incurred for presentment, noting, protesting. If a holder and the person charged are not in same place, payment shall be made as per exchange rate. As an endorser shall first pay endorsee the amount due and then recover the amount from the person liable with interest at the rate of 18%. If endorser and person liable are not in the same place, then same as the holder, exchange rates. Drawing a new bill. Instead of making the payment, you can again give him a chance of new bill and ask him to pay. Again, if it is dishonored, same rules will again apply. Now you please confirm me, honestly you tell everyone listening to the session, now are you confident with this entire chapter NI Act? Everyone? Are you confident with this act? Everyone? You read compensation, you read presentment of check, okay, you read about trunk, you read about inchoate check, you read about ambiguous instrument, okay, all crucial areas of this particular concept, everything I tried to cover, okay. Now the final discussion. Though good amount of questions did not come in exam, I have to explain you the concept of holder and holder in due course, okay. Holder and holder in due course, okay. Let us understand. Who is this holder? Who is this holder in due course? I have written the notes, I think. Yeah. Topic number 14 in my handwritten notes. This was not given anywhere in your study material also. Previously, CA intermediate like NI Act used to be there. At the time, all these I used to teach them. Sir, anyway, for students, it will be useful. No? That's why I have written. See, name of the concept is holder, holder in due course. Holder, holder in due course. Let us understand. Holder. Holder is a person who is entitled to a promissory note, bill of exchange, or a check. Important term is entitled. Okay. Entitled means what? What is the word used there? Entitled. Entitled means what? Having right. having a right to the promissory note. When you will have a right to promissory note, when there is a legal debt or obligation, all conditions of pronote are satisfied, bill of exchange satisfied, check is satisfied, then you will be entitled. Okay. Therefore, he is a person who is having a right to hold the instrument. Simply, I made a theft of promissory note, I made a theft of bill of exchange, I will not become a holder because I am not having a right on that. I am a agent taking the bill. I am not a holder because I am not having a right on that. I am only just a postman type agent. Bill given, I have to give to some other person. Okay. Next, if he is a holder for value, he will have right to recover the amount specified. What do you mean holder for value? See, you gave me a bill. You gave me a bill. Okay. You gave me a bill. I will become the holder. You gave me a bill with an amount in that. Means there is a legal debt or obligation on that, not as a gift. See, you can give a bill of exchange also as a gift. But if it is a dishonored, you can't take any action. Clear? So, gift na, there is no consideration. Consideration means something in return is not there. Sir, a father will gift to his child. Okay, what is the consideration? It's not a consideration, it is a natural love and affection of a parent to their children. There is no consideration. See, so many students will have a wrong notion. No consideration means money not there. No consideration means amount not there. No consideration means something in return is not there. Okay. See, I will go to a orphanage. I will give them 10,000 rupees. This is not a consideration. This is a donation. I am not expecting anything in return from them. I am doing what I love to do. There is no consideration here. I am not doing something in return. I am doing what I love to do. That's all. Are you understanding or not? Clear, everyone? Answer, yeah, everyone in the class? Understood? So, what is the logic that everyone has to catch here? No consideration means no money, no obligation in return to pay. That's called as no consideration. No consideration, no contract. They will tell now, what do you mean no consideration, no contract? One person is voluntarily giving amount to another. Another person has no obligation to do anything in return. So for a promise, there is no counter promise here in a contract. That's the meaning of no consideration, no contract. Understood? So listen, holder for value means there is a consideration. Holder means there is no consideration, means gift also become a holder only. But there is a legal debt between two people. Now you are not just a holder, you are a holder for a consideration. That's called as a holder for value. Repetition. Holder, holder for value. Two words you learned now. Who is a holder? Whoever is having a right to hold the bill, check, promissory note is a holder. Who is having a holder and consideration on that, he is a holder for value. Okay. Next stage of discussion. Holder in due course. Very, very important here. Holder in due course means any person who obtains the possession of any instrument for valuable consideration. Okay. Next, shall have a title on the bill and obtained that in good faith before maturity date. Sir, I did not understand. So that's why people won't understand that easily. That's why I further simplified that for foundation students. 5 conditions you should satisfy to have a holder in due course status. What are those? First point, he must have possession. Okay, bill is there on hand. Yes, I am having a possession. Very good. Acquired a valid title, and really your name is written on that bill. Okay, title. Next, for a legal debt, for a valuable consideration, I received it. Okay, very good. Very, very important. Obtained it in good faith. Means what happened in the past, I don't know. Future, how it is only I will see. Sir, I did not understand what you said now. I will explain, yeah. Okay. When Koushik Mukhesh is there, why fear? I will explain every point with an example. Let us read first. And held it before the maturity date. Held it before the maturity date. Sir, what do you mean by this, sir? Actually, I will tell you. First, read all the five conditions. Okay. Have you read everyone? Okay. Done. See, there are five conditions which we need to satisfy to become a holder in due course. He must have the possession. He must acquire a right title. He must have received it for lawful consideration. Observation is required from the student side, please. Condition 1, 2, 3, if you satisfy, na, you are a holder for value. You are a holder for value. See, why I am asking you is, see here. See here, look here. I will tell you. If you have possession, you are only a possessor of the bill. Agent also will have possession. Thief also will have possession. He will not become holder now. If you have only condition 1 satisfied, you are called as possessor. You satisfied condition 1 and 2, you are called as a holder. If you satisfy 1, 2, 3, you are called as a holder for value. If you satisfy 1, 2, 3, 4, you are called as holder for value held in good faith. If you hold it before maturity, you are becoming a holder in due course. So what do you mean by due course? Means due course of maturity. Due course means before maturity. Sorry. Let us understand what is this holder in due course can do in Negotiable Instruments Act. Generally, Contract Act there is a concept. Okay, no one can get a better value than that of the previous owner. Okay, or a subsequent acquirer. Okay, a subsequent acquirer cannot get better rights on the goods than that of the previous one. Sale of Goods Act also this will be there. Understood? So what he wanted to tell, if X has a right on the goods, Y cannot get better rights than that. He will get either same rights or lesser rights. That's all. Okay. See here, please. X, Y. X is having a house property. This house property was transferred to Y. Okay, transferred to Y. Who transferred? X did not transfer. Y took the X house documents. He did a forgery. Who did a forgery? Y did a forgery on the documents. Written that house property in his name. Y transferred it to Z. Z don't know anything about this, all this happening. Nothing he know. Who don't know? Z is an innocent fellow. He know nothing about this. Okay. He knew nothing. Innocent fellow. He is an innocent buyer. He don't know anything what is happening. Okay. Later X came to know about this. Sued Mr. Z in the court. Z has to give back the property back to X. Z can recover from Y. Y will be also sued for illegal transaction, jail. All these I will accept. But though Z is a innocent person, Z don't have rights on that building because the original contract itself is illegal, void ab initio. On a void contract, no party will get the rights. No party will get the rights. So what, sir? I know this. You know this, but you don't know holder in due course. Adi twist. See, same thing happened. X is the drawer of a check. Y is the payee to a check. And X gave check to Y. X gave check to Y. Actually, X did not give. Y forged the signature of X. Okay, Y forged the signature of X. Y has given this to Z. Z has given this to A. A given this to B. Like this it passed on. Are you understanding or not? Now what will happen? Z, A, B, these people don't know what happened before. They are thinking this is the original instrument and they have taken. Good faith is there. And before maturity date they have taken. In these cases, if check is not paid, B will sue A will sue Z, Z will sue Y. Y cannot sue X because he has done the forgery and he will be caught anyway. So like this the passage of transaction will be. And in technical terms, even a void bill of exchange can become valid bill if holder touches it. Holder is like a god. If he touches a poison also will become nectar. Hey, understood or not everyone? Beyond this not required for CA foundation. I can tell like this for 3 hours. Holder and you go CA enter the 3 hours we used to tell with 18 different categories of examples. How many? 18 examples. But syllabus learning not there means why you have to do overaction unnecessarily and waste your time. That's why I'm telling the overall idea of a holder in due course. Simply, holder in due course will have so many rights. Though in normal transactions, no one will have that. In a negotiable instrument, it will have because it is a document of title. It is a document of title. House document is not a document of title. It's only document showing title. This special character came only for negotiable instruments. Sorry, everyone tell me, understood the today's discussion clearly or not? Everyone understood all the points clearly for the today's class? Are you all satisfied with the today's session or not? Everyone, you should only tell. Replies from all the people in live. Yeah. So, whatever humanly possible, we completed NI Act with a good amount of different kinds of illustrations and we completed it. Okay, additional question bank I have given in that around another 10 questions I kept. That is for your practice. So practice also from the MTPs and RTPs. Okay, and get it cleared. Once you clear all the questions, that's it. You will become gem of a guy. Go write examination. Definitely you will get that 14 on 14 in negotiable instruments. Okay. So this is the end for the today's session. Tomorrow's session, again, we will spend some time on some extra questions. I will test your knowledge, but first I will start with either partnership or SOGA. We will begin. We will complete that. Once we complete that particular area, then we will go to the next areas in our syllabus. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Tomorrow we will meet again. Okay, same time. Same, unless and until I inform any change, same timings will apply. Okay, if emergency, if I can't do anything, I will tell you the change in timings, or else generally will not be there. We will have the same time. Okay, then we will be having this one, contract of agency also we will discuss. So tomorrow's session, concentration will be on SOGA Unit 1, SOGA Unit 2, SOGA Unit 4. Let us complete those first, because those three will come for around 14 marks in exam again, 14 to 15 marks. So every day 14 marks is the 4 to 15 marks is our target. Sale of goods will come for 20. At least 3 chapters we have to complete in SOGA. That is the target. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Meet again in the tomorrow's class. Okay. So I can take also lengthy sessions for 7-8 hours, but remaining subjects also you have to prepare now. So because yesterday I got messages from few number of students, they are saying, sir, class was super good, everything, but take for 3.5-4 hours only, sir, because we have to prepare other subjects also. So that's why, or else I am free only, I can take even in the evening part. But still, so many students are writing for September, they have to write other subjects also, na? Yes. I received around 12 or 13 messages I got yesterday itself. So please take only for 3.5 hours and complete, such that we can prepare other subjects also. And as I promised, Aman Sir's class also will be there, free class only. I requested him, please take for the best interest of the students, and immediately he accepted with no stretch of any kind of request. He said, definitely I will be taking. Okay. So he will be taking a probability chapter, complete probability chapter I asked him to take. He will take full probability chapter for you free of cost. And I also said calculation techniques, tricks, etc. Everything, presentation, everything. Probability class, he will teach for you. Around 8 hours and 9 hours he promised me. He will teach free of cost. Clear? So, see, so intention was very clear. Yeah, it is not about any money making, because I make a lot of money on CA final. So that's not a problem. Main thing is, CA foundation students should not be stuck there. Now, motivation will not come to do CA. After becoming a chartered accountant, what best we can do? We can produce more number of CAs to the country. In the process of making more number of chartered accountants, if I see CA foundation students failing in exam, how it will be? See, 100 students are writing, means only 15 are passing CA foundation, means coaching institute should be very serious now, because they are their students, they are like children. They are failing in exam. What we have to do at the best, we should make you pass. Then you will be motivated to do CA inter. Clear? That's the reason, or else we can price it at 3,000 rupees and collect the fee. But the point is not about making money. Now, more number of people come. More number of people will enroll for the course. Overall, the country will grow at the end of the day because of all of you. So, be patient when you are reading something. Read with focus. Complete it properly. That's the only thing. Okay. So, I will be always against to any kind of motivation. That's why I don't give any motivation to you. Unnecessary motivation will lead to intoxication. Very, very dangerous. So, I don't wanted to do that. But still, I wanted to tell you that you should pass. That's all. Other motivation. You should pass. Okay. So you promise me that you will pass. That's all. That's the happiest thing. The moment when exam results come, na, yes, sir, I got 60 plus in law. Okay. And I qualified. That's it. That's a happy moment. Yeah. You will come to inter. You will be happy. Your parents will be happy. You will get motivation to do CA. Profession will grow. Everything will happen positively. Na? When something can happen in our hands, if it is there, why to leave? That's it. That's the only motivation. That's why I asked even Aman sir, these people should not fail. These people should clear. For that, what we can do? He said, sir, important chapter probability, they are feeling difficult. I will take it free. I said, okay, sir, please take. And also tell them about some calculation trips, etc. Please don't charge anything like what you are normally charging. Please tell free of cost. Okay, it's my request. And he accepted immediately. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. All the best. Hey, prepare well, yeah. Do all the other questions in MTP, RTP as well. Don't just leave with this. Okay, I told you the entire chapter analysis and everything, how to present everything. Now it's your goal. You have to do. Okay, thank you. We'll meet again in the tomorrow's class. NI is completed.